Hello my dear students, welcome back to our physics class, and we have already discussed what we have discussed in the last class. We have discussed what the ray diagrams of convex mirrors and also what the uses of convex and also the uses of concave mirrors, right? So we have already discussed all that things, right? So today we are going to discuss what sign convention for reflection by spherical mirrors. We have to do many problems regarding this, and we have to know what are the sign convention, what is the sign convention, so that we can do the problems easily, right? So today we are going to know what is the sign convention. Sign convention. How we can take the values. Sign convention. Okay. Sign convention for reflection by spherical mirrors, right? So we are dealing with the reflection of light by spherical mirrors, right? We are dealing with the reflection of light by spherical mirrors like convex and concave mirrors, right? So we shall follow a set of sign convention called the new Cartesian sign convention. It is called new Cartesian. You know what is Cartesian coordinates? This what? The x, y, z direction. Okay, x dash, and also this Cartesian coordinates, Cartesian system, right? Leave it. So our the sign convention is known as new Cartesian sign convention. New Cartesian sign convention. And in this convention, what it says, pole is the center, right? The pole of the mirror is taken as the origin. What is pole? So in the case of what? Suppose in the case of concave mirrors, that is, this is non-reflecting part and this is reflecting part, and this midpoint is pole, right? And this is taken as origin, right? And the principal axis that passes through the pole, right? Principal axis is taken as what? X-axis. Our Cartesian coordinates have what? X-axis as well as Y-axis. Also there is Z-axis. You will study it more later, right? So this is our principal axis. So this principal axis is taken as X-axis, right? X dash, right? Okay. Then what is the other? Okay. Now we can see the conventions. What are the conventions? Conventions are, first one, the object is always placed left to the mirror, right? So the object, suppose here is the object A, B. The object is placed always where? Left side of the mirror, right? This is left side and this is right? Okay. So object is placed always where? Left hand side of the mirror. Okay. That implies what? The light falls from the object to the mirror is always from where? From left hand side of the mirror, right? That is, here the object is always placed to the left of the mirror. This implies that the light from the object falls, the light from the object falls, the light from the mirror object falls where? On the mirror from the left hand side. That is understood, right? So first convention is what? The object is always placed left to the mirror, right? So second one, what is the second one? All the distance measured parallel to the principal axis should taken from where? Origin, right? So suppose we have to calculate the distance where the object is located, right? So it should be measured from where? From pole itself, right? So all the second convention given here is what? All the distance parallel to the principal axis are measured from the pole of the mirror, right? So here it is, right? And the third one is what? What is the third one? It says all the distance measured to what? Right of the origin, that means along positive x-axis. That means this is what? This is positive x-axis and this is negative x-axis. As in the case of what? Our normal Cartesian coordinate system, we have already know what? This is positive x-axis, right? Here we have 1, 2, 3, that is positive values, right? And from here -1, -2, right? Okay, and also this is positive y-axis and this is negative y-axis, right? Here 1, 2, here -1, -2, like that. Okay, so like that we have what? The distance measured from pole to right of the x-axis, right hand side of the x-axis is always taken as positive, right? Suppose here is an image, what? A dash, B dash. Suppose this object has an image behind this mirror. Suppose it is behind, it's a virtual image, it's behind the mirror, right? So we have to know the distance between where the image is formed, right? So we have to measure it from where? Pole. Okay, all the distance parallel to what? Principal axis is taken from origin. And also if we are calculating this distance, that means this is positive x-axis, right? So the distance from here to here is, suppose it is a 5 units, right? So it is taken as positive 5. And also what will be this distance? Suppose this is a 10, right? And this distance will be what? In the negative, along the negative x-axis, right? From pole to here, this negative, okay? So this is negative 10 unit, okay? So that is the third one, that says all the distance measured to the right of the origin, that is right of the origin, is taken along positive x-axis are taken as positive, okay? Positive. While what? Those measured to the left of the origin along negative x-axis are taken as negative, okay? So it is negative, okay? Then distance measured perpendicular to and above the principal axis along the y-axis are positive. This is we have already discussed about the case of normal Cartesian system. That means this height, suppose this height is what? The image height. We have to know the image height, that is in the positive direction, right? Positive y-axis. Then it may be a what? 4 centimeter, suppose 4 unit. So this is what? This is in the positive y-axis, right? So this may be taken as positive, that is distance measured perpendicular to and above the principal axis. That means this is the principal axis, this is above the principal axis, right? So this is taken as positive. And suppose if it is what? If it is the image formed is here, that means below the principal axis, it may the value the height may be noted that -4, right? That it says. That means where distance measured perpendicular to and above the principal axis along positive y-axis are taken as positive, and last one, distance measured perpendicular to and below the principal axis are taken as negative, right? Taken as negative. These are the sign conventions, right? So what we have said, that is pole is the origin, okay, and principal axis is what? X-axis, right? And object is always at the left of the mirror, and the rays or the distance parallel to principal axis are measured from the origin, okay, and the distance measured right of the principal axis or right of the pole, that means positive x-axis is taken as positive, and that of negative side or negative x-axis along negative x-axis of the pole is taken as negative. And also what? The perpendicular distance above the principal axis is taken as positive and below the principal axis is taken as negative. Okay, you should keep in mind, because we have to solve some problems while considering the sign convention, right? We will do it later. Okay, so hope you understand what are the sign convention or the new Cartesian sign convention for reflection of spherical mirrors. Okay, so can I wipe this? So using this sign convention, we have we have to find mirror formula, and also we have to find magnification, right? So let us see what is mirror formula. We can see from here also. Okay, so we complete sign convention and we have to know what is mirror formula by the help of this sign convention. Mirror formula. We are now dealing with the mirror formula. Okay, so in a spherical mirror, the distance of the object from its pole is called object distance, right? So this the object distance. This is object. Okay, that is from here to here. Okay, this is object distance. Okay, we are measuring it from origin to where it is placed, where the object is placed, right? So this distance is called what? Object distance, and it is denoted by what? U. Okay, it is U. What is U? U is the object distance. That means the distance from pole to the object, right? So U is object distance, and the distance of the image from the pole of the mirror is called image distance. Suppose in the case if it is formed here, that means the here to here, this distance is image distance, that is V. In normal cases, in the case of our concave mirrors, most of the case the image formed is what? Real and inverted images, right? Only one case we have virtual image in the case of what? Concave mirrors, right? So if the image is formed here, that is A dash, B dash, then this distance, that means the distance from pole to where the image is located, right? This is the image distance, okay? Image distance, and it is denoted by what? V, okay? So we have U is the object distance, okay, and V is image distance, okay. Right? And you have already know the distance of the principal focus from the pole. What it means? Here we have pole, principal axis F and C, right? So what is this distance? Center of curvature to pole, that is radius of curvature. And what will be this distance? Principal focus to pole, that is focal length, right? We have already discussed that, right? So that is focal length, okay. Focal length, small f, right? So we have already know that the distance between principal focus and the pole is f, that means focal length, okay. So there is a relationship between, suppose here is our F and here is our C. There is no another color chalk. If there is a color chalk, we can draw it colorfully, right? So suppose here we have focus and this is the focal length F, right? You can draw neatly. I just draw it for giving what idea, okay. So this is focal length, the distance between principal focus and pole. So there is a relationship between, here we have F equal to what? Focal length. There is a relationship between these three quantities, that is what? That is given by mirror formula. That is what? 1 by mirror formula is 1 by U plus 1 by V is equal to 1 by F. This is what? Mirror formula. This is what? Mirror formula. Okay. So what are the terms? U is the object distance and V is the what? Image distance, and F is the focal length. So 1 by U plus 1 by V gives 1 by F. This you should keep in mind, and we have to solve many problems using this mirror formula, and also we have to use what? Sign convention while solving problems with this, okay. So all you should keep in mind, okay. So this mirror formula is valid in all situations for all the spherical mirrors, for all position of the object, right? We have already discussed so many cases in concave mirror, right? Object is at infinity or object is beyond C, at C, and in between C and F, in between F and P, and also in F, and that much, so many cases, right? In all these cases, this mirror formula is valid, right? And we have to know what? Also we have to know the Cartesian sign convention, right? Then only we can do the problems, or we can solve what? This mirror formula is valid for all these cases, right? That we will do later, okay. So one more thing we have to know, what we have to study? and after that we can solve problems using this. Okay, so what is another thing? What is the another thing we have to study? That is magnification. What is magnification? This you should keep, or this you should write in a box. It is very important formula. Okay, so this you should keep in a box. Okay, so now we are going to discuss what is magnification. Magnification. Have you heard about magnification? Have you heard about it? Magnification? You may heard about magnification. That is camera magnification, or what? What is camera? What is the magnification of a camera? What does it means? You may see that, or you may heard about it. That means how a camera can view, or camera can what, take picture of magnified or clear image, right? That much of things you may heard, right? So what is magnification? In the case of spherical mirrors, what it means? It means it refers to the ratio of image length to object length. Sorry, it refers what magnification gives. What magnification produced by a spherical mirror gives the relative extent to which the image of an object is magnified with respect to the object size, right? That means what? If the object is here, we have to know where the image is formed, or the magnification gives what? Relative extent to which the image of an object is magnified. Magnified means it gives the what? The height or the position, that much things, right? So magnification gives what? Relative extent to which the image of an object is magnified with respect to the object size, right? And it refers to what? The ratio of image length to object length. That is, magnification is, we can represent magnification by small letter m, and it is the ratio of image length. That is, suppose this is AB, that is an object placed beyond C. Okay, and here A dash, B dash, right? So the height of this image, height of this object is h. Suppose height of this object is h, and height of the image may be h dash, right? So what will be the magnification? Magnification is the ratio of what? The image, height of the image to what? Height of object, or the length of image to ratio of the image length to object length. That means in the numerator we have image length or height, right? And in the denominator we have object length or object height. Okay, this is magnification, and it can be represented that h dash by h, right? Or the height of, this is height of image, this is height of image, and this is what? Height of object. So this gives the magnification. That means how the image is magnified with respect to the object. The magnification gives an idea how the image magnified with respect to object size, right? So the magnification m is also related to the object distance u and image distance v, right? We have already know what is u and v, right? U is the object distance and v is the image distance, right? So this magnification is also related to that two terms, right? So how it relates? That is magnification, here we have, that is object image height to what? Object height, right? And it also equal to what? Minus u by minus v by u, right? Here v is what? V is image distance and u is what? Object distance. We know in the case of this what? Concave mirrors, but object distance u is always negative, right? Okay, and this we have to know while solving problems, right? So this relation also you should take in a, or you should keep in a box, right? So magnification is also equal to minus v by u, okay? So you may note that the height of the object is taken to be positive as the object usually placed above the principal axis, right? So our object height h is always what? H is always positive, right? It is above the principal axis. And but the height of image should be taken as positive for what images, what type of images? If it has what the height of this image, it will be negative because it is an inverted image. That means it is perpendicular below the what? Principal axis. And if a virtual image is formed, that means this, suppose this is a dash b dash. If a virtual image is formed, that will be always, that will be erect, and or the virtual image is always above the principal axis, right? So in the case of virtual images, what? The height of image is also positive, right? And all other cases it will be negative, okay? And however, it is to be taken as negative for real images, right? Real images means it is real images are always inverted, right? So it will, the height of that much of that kind of images will be negative, okay? And a negative sign in the value of magnification indicates the image is real. That means m is equal, we have m is equal to h dash by h, right? So if we get a negative value of m, negative value of m indicates what? The image is real, right? But we can say the image is real. Image is real means what? This value will be negative, right? The image height, and it is always positive, right? The object height is always positive. Then what will be the value of this m? A minus divided by a positive. If there is two signs, minus and positive plus, the result will be negative value, right? So this negative value indicates what? The image is real image, or only the real images have inverted position, so that we can infer from the magnification value, if it is negative, the image is real, right? And a positive sign of the value of magnification indicates what? If it has a positive value, or m has a positive value, means what? It always positive, h, right? So the result will be positive means what is the indication, this should be positive, right? When it should be positive? When it will positive? It will positive only if there is formation of a virtual image, right? So whenever a virtual image is formed, that will be positive y-axis, that will be in positive y-axis. So h dash will be positive. So the value of m will be positive. So positive value of m indicates the image formed is virtual image, right? And negative value of m indicates what? The image formed is real image. Okay, understand? Okay, so this is all about what? Magnification. So you should keep in mind the equation of what? Magnification, as well as how the magnification relates u and v. That means object distance and what? Image distance, right? M is equal to minus v by u, and m is equal to what? Image height divided by object height. Okay, and also what? The first thing we have discussed, what? The mirror formula, right? What is mirror formula? 1 by u plus 1 by v is equal to 1 by f. What is u, v and f? U is the object distance, v is the image distance, and f is the focal length, right? So keep in mind. Okay, we have to do problems in the next class. We have to do problems in the next class, and we will learn more about, or we will when we are doing problems, we will more clear about what, how the sign conventions are applied, or how these two equations are applied, and all these things will be clear by doing that problems. Okay, so we can do the problems, or we can solve the problems in next class. So today we are wind upping. Hope you all understand what is mirror formula and what is magnification, and what are the sign conventions or new Cartesian sign conventions, right? So you should read your text thoroughly, and you should study this sign convention and also mirror formula and magnification, so that you can easily solve the problems that we will discussing on next classes, right? So today I am wind upping with this, and we can see next class. Okay, then goodbye and thank you.